So today we have Marianna Hadjiandoniou, the Group HR Director of Parimatch Tech. Marianna, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation. And if I'm not mistaken, it's your first podcast, right?
Yes, it is.
How do you feel?
I don't know, weird, but it's okay. I think I'm going to handle it.
Good. Now, Marianna, just to set a bit the frame, can you please tell us what is Parimatch basic areas of business? And then we will move on to what awards, because you won a lot of awards the last few years.
Okay.
But first, give us a bit the essence of what is Parimatch Tech focus, and then we move on.
Okay. So first of all, we started as Parimatch, as you correctly said, and that was back in 2017 when I first joined the company. It was Parimatch. Mm-hmm. Then we were and we are quite popular in terms of betting, and that was the main area that we were focusing back then. As we move along, we focus more in tech. So we did a huge rebranding in terms of Parimatch Tech, and now we have a new brand name, Parimatch Tech. We keep Parimatch. For example, in Cyprus region, we have Parimatch is under National Betting Authority. We are fully regulated in online betting. So our focus is mainly the tech, is mainly gaming and betting. Okay,
great. And just what do you think is the competitive advantage this moment of the organization?
Wow. Okay, you're asking an HR. So
I know, but I'm going to reach up to some point of what is the role of HR in this competitive advantage. So I'll help you in the next question.
So I will say it's the people. Yes, we're people-centric, and I think our competitive advantage is our people. It's the people that they actually form a family, because one of our values is family and trust. And we have a culture that promotes all this family background and all.
Great.
We all care about each other. So.
Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, you were the only company that won the Platinum Award in Busia's HR Awards in Excellence in Workplace Well-being.
Yes,
do you want to discuss a bit about this award?
Yes, of course, and thank you, Busias, for that. It was a great challenge because when we are actually selecting the awards that we're going to participate, we want to focus in the areas that we know that we did a lot of work behind. Okay. So well-being is our area, is the area that the HR is focusing. The team did a lot, and I'm working with a group of young professionals in HR. They are young, I'm not, but and it's okay, because I'm learning and I'm getting the energy, from them. Okay. So
you are young, by the way, but it's okay. You can continue.
I'm talking about my team, about the HR team. So we actually choose the awards based on the work that we were doing, and back then the focus was well-being. So. We did a lot of policies, a lot of processes in place, and we went beyond the standards that the other companies were doing on the island back then. So.
In the period of COVID, right? Are you talking about that period, or are you talking about generally?
I'm talking in general. In terms of COVID, again, we did a lot, and that was another award that we won back then.
How many awards did you win?
In total 5.
Okay.
In 2 years, the 3 was in 2020 and 21, 2 awards. So
next time you have to bring the awards so we have them here somewhere.
It was.
Never mind. Next time. If you like the podcast, by the way, because it's your first podcast, and you promised to give feedback at the end. So let's see.
Okay. Okay. So it was quite of a challenge,
Tell me something, Marianna. Why is HR so important nowadays?
I think it's not nowadays. I think HR was always important, but I think they just highlighted HR the past 10 years, let's say. I think because the companies realize that they need to focus on the human beings, on the people, because in order to to get this competitive advantage, and in order for the companies to differentiate in a way, they have to concentrate and they have to take this out from the people.
Okay.
So that's why it makes HR,
so unique,
popular, let's say,
popular, yeah,
and popular.
Okay, and having this in mind, what do you think is the future of work? I mean, from the HR perspective, right? What do you think is going to be the next big thing in HR?
I think we have many challenges, but I will tell you where I'm focusing, and in general where the team is focusing at the moment is on. We want to move into more hybrid mode. You know,
what does that mean?
Hybrid working is so popular. Being, let's say, working from I don't know wherever you are going to choose to work on, but you be in a hybrid mode. So either you decide to be on the office or you be out of the office. You still have the same benefits. You still have the same culture, and you're actually part of a company. And this is the responsibility of the HR.
But sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
But how can somebody feel part of the culture if he's not in office?
Good question, but I'm not going to reveal all our secrets.
Okay,
yeah,
it's a secret.
It's like a strategy behind.
Okay.
But what I can tell you is that you need to work a lot in terms of the hybrid management roles that the supervisors and the leaders of, let's say, of the departments are having.
Will implement.
Yes, they need
to be able to to handle and keep this
and manage the hybrid, teams.
Okay.
Because imagine that you have a co-worker or a team member and he's not at the office. How you control it, how you motivate it, how
exactly.
you make him feel part of the whole concept. So there are a lot of things that needs to be done, in order to reach that. But we are a step ahead, and I'm so proud of.
Okay, good. And last question about Parimatch Tech. Do you think, having in mind the landscape of Cyprus and knowing that a number of companies will come to Cyprus, do you think that Parimatch will be able to keep the position that it is this moment and maybe move on the ranks, or maybe I don't know this moment what is the ranking of the company, but pushing through your people to keep that in mind and have a very specific goal? That's my personal challenge. Let's put it this way. And my next question was going to be your personal challenge, but okay, once you mention it, let's see it. What is your personal challenge?
Okay, let's put a framework in terms of this challenge, as you mentioned, for the companies coming and joining Cyprus. So what we actually need to do now is to keep up the high level of HR that we are having now internally. I was looking the other days in terms of staff turnover for Parimatch, and whoever joins Parimatch never leaves Parimatch.
Okay.
So we
good.
actually have a very, very low staff turnover. And so it looks like we are a company that we're keeping the best talents that we actually recruit, and we give them, benefits, perks, learning and development opportunities in actually, for us to be an employer of choice for them.
Great. And one last message you would like to close this podcast. What would that be if you wanted to our people that are watching this podcast to remember out of this podcast?
To remember that whatever comes to people, we need to have a high EQ.
Emotional intelligence.
Yeah, it's very, very important, and the actual care to be genuine, because if something is not genuine, then it shows.
And people sense it.
And then if you lose that, then you're not a successful HR.
Okay, good. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.